We get it from my mama. We get it from my mama. We get it from my mama. We get it from my mama.
Pause. Your situation. Your situation.
I told you guys you were more alike than what you know.
It's like I was in a relationship for 8 years. I had my son, and my son was a part of one of my ex's life. We had a dog and Trey, and so yeah, I
Same thing. This is what all lesbians do. Get a dog. There was an incident or something, and people do what you allow them to do. Is my philosophy. Yeah. As long as you allow them to do it, they'll do it. And to me, it was you allowing it. So it was more in a sense of you got to choose what you want to do. Because I'm not going to do this for months on end, and we're going to go back and forth. And then we both involved too deeply to be like, all right, and we don't got somebody else in our relationship that shouldn't even be here. And she got a whole nother relationship going on anyway. And so she would just, do random shit like, call whenever, pop up, whenever. But she would use him as leverage. So it would always be an excuse to, but he got a cell phone too. Keep that in mind.
oh my God, no, this sounds.
So, but she's always allowed her to, and it's a lot deeper than that. Like, the girl she's dating, her ex is dating, used to be one of her good friends.
Oh, wow.
It was, yeah.
So, this heifer and this heifer, and I'm looking at her like, first of all, both of y'all get beat down. Like, that's against the code, you know? Like, you don't do that. But, she's an open book. Like, she's real passive. We're working on that. Letting people run over you and standing up for yourself, things like that. So
I've gotten better.
Yeah.
And the relationship has changed. Like, any interaction, at the end of the day, she knows I wear the shoes. Like, I wear the pants now. Like, she doesn't cross me. She doesn't come for me. She doesn't say anything disrespectful. Like, she used to punk the hell out of me. Like,
right.
Because
so that's when
now, because we had a lot that was intertwined from our relationship. I mean, we had cars together, we had bank accounts together, we had a lot of shit together. So when we separated, I got one of the cars, and that was always something she would hold over my head. Like, oh, I'm going to take the car from you, I'm going to take the car from you, X, Y, and Z, A, B, and C. Like, in the middle, probably 6 months into us being separated, we had a bank account. We had 2 bank accounts together, and she had been having her check deposited in one and mine in the other. And she decided she wanted, because she was the main on both of them, she decided she wanted to close the account that I was having my check deposited in, and took the money. Yeah, basically because it was a USAA.
So this is when I intervened.
Right.
And like I said,
did she get your money back?
No.
Wow.
So this is why I said I never forget when I see him smack that. Oh. So, you can't just pop off and think you can say whatever because that worked with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't get tired. Like, she ain't really about that life. She talk a good game, but I didn't want to do it.
If you love me,
if
you love me, that would be.
Who does me like that? Who does me like that all the time?
You hate me.
Yep.
So yeah, I was like, you're gonna have to make a decision because, I'm still going for this. And her being her, she had this whole little episode in the driveway of the car, put down.
Well, you gotta put my business out there.
Right. Anyway, and I'm just looking at her because my thing is, you can't cry about or complain about something that you allowed to happen. Now, if it wasn't on you, then okay, I might have a little pity, but I don't really function like that. So,
Shorty just got a hardcore.
I'm not really hardcore.
She's really not.
I just have a really no nonsense.
I get what you're saying though.
Because especially me coming from being somewhere I ain't really want to be for forever. You think I'm gonna go through it again with somebody who don't know what the hell,
True. Since you put it like that.
So I made her make a decision of what she want to do. And here we are.
Okay.
So did you end up saying something to her ex?
Oh, I sent her a nice little message on Facebook. And I kind of went in like personally, like you have somebody that just really think they up here and really not. Like I guess people don't really know me, so they just know me like, oh, you got 2 kids, so they know me as a mom. Like I ain't her. So yeah, when I see her, like it's gonna be like I'm still gonna be vibing off that first email, and she probably gonna be like, this is, and I'm probably gonna haul off and just because of the level of disrespect for me. Like it ain't even got nothing to do with fighting over her or with her. It was just the level of disrespect because she's always allowed it.
Yeah.
And it would just like F up our whole mood.
I'm
Everything.
so glad Tia ain't never ran across none of my exes.
Girl.
Like, because they both disrespectful as hell, and I know Tia.
And that's what it is. It's the disrespect.
Listen, I don't take nobody's shit. Like, we fighting. Like, you come across me wrong, we just gonna have to fight.
Yeah, but my ex doesn't want to talk though. Like it's
And
a lot of over.
I think she
So
realized real
They
quick.
better come correct.
Well, this is what happened. First we started popping off. And I had one paragraph, and after that, I'm not gonna go back and forth with you. Like, we ain't in elementary school. I ain't gonna sit up here and type. We ain't gonna be over here internet beefing.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm up there like every other weekend. I'll see you. Like, it ain't that big up there. Cool. So, I was kind of laughing it off because, not to sound
She trying to go
racist,
in?
but she dates white women that typically she runs the hell over, or she can control or manipulate. If she can't run it, she ain't gonna be in it. So when you come up against somebody, you think just because what you say it usually puts fear in you.
But you
Whatever.
know what,
Yeah.
though? That's why I love my best friend, Carol. Because people got her effed up. I guess because she is white and they think that all white people would let that happen. But Carol,
Kara's really black on the inside.
It's like Slim, she kind of ratchet.
like that is not going down.
The way Tiny talks about it is, I don't know how it would be if we ever ran into them, but
Because
guess
had
what's-
that been your wife, you'd probably just be mad about all the other shit that went down prior to.
Let me give you,
know
a
what I'm saying?
visual.
Like,
Let me give you a visual of what happened right before my breakup with one of my exes. I was in the bed asleep. We had went 2 separate places. I was in the bed asleep. She came in and wanted to argue, but I didn't want to argue. For one, I'm half asleep. But because I didn't want to argue, I got a big pottery ashtray thrown at my head. And it was a dent in my headboard from where the pottery ashtray hit the headboard.
I did not know this story.
And so I jumped up or whatever. I could just see eyeballs turn black. Like, that's how crazy she was. But so I'm alert. Me being that I done fought her before, I had to get up. I knew I was gonna have to fight. And so I get up, we fighting and everything, and I got on I'm giving you a visual. I got on boy shorts and I got on a spaghetti strap shirt. No shoes, no socks, and this is the winter time. So I immediately I'm going for my keys, which were on the Chester. She grabbed my keys and she threw them at the door. I had a side door in my room. So I'm going towards the living room door. And I feel something grab the back of my head, my hair, and pull me back. And I fell on my back. The living room had hardwood floors. So I fell on my back. She stood over me, so I had to take my legs and put them in her chest and push her off me. And I got on my feet again. So we fighting again or whatever. So finally I got my keys and I ran out the back door. I don't want to fight. You know, good thing my son wasn't home. So I go out the back door, go in my car in the wintertime, boy shorts, spaghetti strap shirt, barefoot, and I drive to her mama's house, which was right around the corner. And I'm telling her, like, look, I think she been drinking, she trying to fight, I don't feel like fighting, she gotta go. So she called her and she was like trying to talk her down, and finally she left. I got a hot flash thinking about this. So I went back home, and I knew she was gonna eventually have to come back. So I packed up some clothes, and I go to my mama's house. And I had to tell her, because she was calling that in the middle of the night, and I had to tell her, look, if you want this to work out, you're gonna have to go. Like, you're gonna have to go so we can figure it out. So she got some clothes and she went to her mama's house, and I ended up coming back home. And while she was gone, Meek came over there with the keys and the locks, changed my locks, because the next week I had to go to the Dominican Republic. And I didn't want to have to worry about, anything while I was in the Dominican Republic. Meek changed my locks and everything, so I had new keys. While I was in Dominican Republic, she tried to get in and the key didn't work. So we got to arguing again or whatever, and I said, it's over. I said, I'm not dealing with that no more, and that was the end of it.
That's how y'all hook up?
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't been on both sides of it, so.
No.
I can say I haven't been in like that.
Physically.
Yeah.
Neither have I.
Like me and my like I had I forgot. I just forgot what happened or whatever. But she flipped about something and started hitting me, but I wouldn't hit her back because I knew I was gonna knock her ass out. So I just like grabbed her so she wouldn't hit me. But that's the only thing. But nothing like that was repetitive, like to where I had to fight somebody. Like
Yeah,
that ain't never been
fight
there.
all the time.
I ain't with that.
Yeah, they get old after a while. And, growing up, I guess you see stuff and you think it's the norm. As we said earlier, like, you don't know what normal is until you have, like, a healthy relationship.
Right.
Because I grew up, around stuff and you just thought that was the norm of, seeing couples fight and, men and women
Yeah.
fight and you just didn't think nothing of it. And that shit should always show you what kind of, background and what type of family, you come from. So, it took a while, but I'm like type, like, we gonna fight.
I mean, you still a
But-
girl, and I'm
right.
not gonna sit there and let
We
you
gonna
beat
fight.
up on me.
And it was, I've never had to go there with a female. It was more male, like when I was married. So,
Oh, so
yeah,
you-
I'm
you
not,
fought the dude.
yeah. I mean,
Oh yeah, I had
But-
to fight.
I'm not, we gonna fight. Like,
Yeah.
it ain't gonna take but one time, like, I didn't, and that was part of the problem,
I don't care if I get my ass beat.
Right, we gonna fight.
We gonna have to fight,
And that's what it was. But when you get older, that shit get old
Mm-hmm.
real quick. The shit that you think that's cute in high school, people act like they possessive and stuff. Like, you got a problem.
Yeah.
Or people trying to control you, whether that be mentally or physically, stuff like that. Like, we not gonna do this, especially when you got kids involved,
Exactly.
Yeah.
because you don't want your kids to grow up thinking this is the norm. So I always joking, like, this would be a year in March. I always be like, this is absolutely crazy.
Right.
Because the majority of relationships that I've been in, and I'm not saying it was always somebody else's fault either. It's just I always thought this is the norm, so it was either drama or I would create the drama because you thought it was the norm. You know what I'm saying? Or you think it's cute when somebody pop off, or some idiot in your family be like, "Oh, they love you," But yeah, y'all just fought. Like y'all just know each other,
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that was the 8-year relationship.
Yeah.
My last relationship, that's the narcissist. When I tell you, okay, so
Freeze.
yeah,
8 years. How many y'all been married?
It'll be 2 years in September.
so we've been
So,
talking
yeah.
since 2015.
Light skin dreads and light skin tattoo. Okay, I had to catch up. I was like, this timeline ain't
You
working.
do like light skins, don't you?
Yeah, well, you see where you at.
And so, well, the narcissist. Okay, so
Too bad I don't have a mustache though.
Ooh.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Slim has a pretty smile, so.
Was that too?
listen, now you trying to make me lose some subscribers.
You laughing at for real?
Never mind.
You don't have to subscribe.
Just edit it. Just edit it. Just edit it.
Like,
We need this.
Alright, we need some views.
oh my gosh.
They're probably going to delete you anyway after this weekend.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, that's done. 'Cause
Petty
we
is
had a
petty.
ball.
Petty is petty.
This is gonna be a yearly thing,
Yeah.
Y'all.
but so it was always about her because I don't know, she didn't know how relationships work or how to be like family. It's like she get possessive, and she's mixed. So this is what I didn't like. When you're with a group of white people, you're in touch with your white side. When you're in a group of black people, you're in touch with your black side. But then when it's just me and you have a little smart shit to say like, well, if black people didn't want to be judged as far as, you know, government assistance and stuff like that, well, I mean, they are on government assistance, and bitch.
I think white
all.
people make
Are we editing these cuss words on this?
No.
I think
First of all, we gotta talk about
majority,
this
yeah.
because I don't know who y'all subscribers are. I'm a public figure. We
Wait,
can't be
you
talking
said-
about all this personal shit.
Oh.
Am I what?
Nothing.
Like, yo, the rap, did y'all know? Wait a minute.
I saw you on YouTube.
Let's think about this. I have to edit my face or something. Put a smiley face on.
She just tore my mood up. Like we worked together at one point too. She walked out of work. I know. She walked out of work because she arrogant and she thinks she know it all. Now, a job at the time I had been there almost 7 years. You wanted me to walk out of my. You thought I was gonna leave my job too?
Because you were walking out.
Yeah,
That's
you
so
know.
stupid.
I really
So she
saw.
said, come on, let's go.
No, she left and she was like,
Yeah.
I really saw that
Like,
you
left
see
acting like
your true
quitting.
colors today.
Yeah.
What did you see? You were supposed to leave out too.
Oh, she got girlfriend? She dating somebody?
Girl, she probably got a whole boyfriend.
Oh, my God.
Oh, after we broke up, a dude that I was talking to, we all went to the same gym. She started talking to him too. After I stopped talking to him though, but still, she knew about it because she was.
Y'all messy.
But messy.
At least I was out of state.
You was messy somewhere else.
Yeah. Y'all play too much, too close to home. Exes.
Yeah.
Your turn.
I won't put this saying.
You got an ex?
I do have two before tight, and both of them were just a year or like a little over a year. The first one, she was like real. She was mean. She was just mean. Like, that's all I can say. Like, she was just mean. I don't know how I.
How did y'all start talking?
I started working at this like assisted living place or whatever, and I don't know. We just started talking or whatever, and then ended up dating.
Yeah.
And she was just like all I can say, she was a horrible person. Like, talk cold cat shit about everybody, talk down on everybody. That's I really don't even know how I got in that relationship. It was the worst. It was the worst. We ended up breaking up because my mama, we ended up having to like take her to work because something happened to her car, and we had to take her to work for a few days, and she was like picking up my mama or whatever, and she was being like really disrespectful, like straight disrespectful. I was
She
like,
didn't get punched in her mouth by your mom?
I'm surprised she didn't.
You been disrespectful to your mom?
Yeah. It was like a real nasty, like snobby, like had her nose up when my mama got in the car type thing. Didn't speak, didn't say nothing the whole way to my mama. And it was like real nasty. I was like, I'm not about to take that shit. Like, you're not about to be disrespectful to my mama. And it kind of like just, that just
But
set
she
me off
was
right there.
like,
The thing is, she didn't want to do it. So my thing is, if you didn't want to do it, all you had to do was say it. Well, I did so much shit for her, and she couldn't even do that for me. So I was just like, fuck it. And then, like, of course, other stuff led to it, like petty arguments, arguing every day over petty shit. If I like something on somebody's Instagram or something like that, it was an issue. This petty shit like that.
I got time for that. Liking pictures and stuff.
Now my ex before tight, it was draining like it was cool at first, but then like I'm a female, like I'm gonna have female friends. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing about being a lesbian. Like you can't expect a girl not to have female friends. And like it'll be like, who is this? Who you talking to? Why you texting them? Why you doing this? Why you didn't call me on your lunch break? Why you didn't call me on your way home? Why you didn't do this? Why you didn't do that? And it was like I was over it.
Yeah.
Or.
Y'all got some crazy.
But you can't like pictures. You can't have free girls.
You can't like pictures.
What you might as well lock yourself in the closet.
You couldn't like pictures.
It was like she was like, I don't know. I guess she figured that I was just doing something I ain't had no business, but I wasn't because I
What
was.
she was doing?
What
she was doing?
Probably so. Probably so.
Well, you definitely wasn't because when I messaged you, you really did tell me you had a girlfriend.
I did, and I didn't message her until after we broke up. I didn't message her back. No matter of fact, we broke up.
Respectful with it.
Yeah.
I really was. I was like, I'm in a relationship, but after we had broke up, that's when I had quit BMW and went to Alorca, and I saw her walk by me. So I hit her. I was like, "Yeah, you working at Alorca?" And then it just started from there. But
Yeah, because I definitely wasn't gonna message her ass back.
After that, you stubborn.
Very.
But I ain't have nothing like extreme to happen. Just
But
like
she was telling me about you though.
I really was.
about me. Oh,
Yeah.
Shorty, I like this
Smart.
girl,
It's
but
She was. Her and Carol was my cheerleader.
I'm like, okay, let's go.
she's scary.
Yeah, she was so cute.
Mhm.
We're too cool.
Well, I'm glad you popped up and waited. You didn't really wait though.
She said that little lady ain't be in my inbox.
Who's that woman?
I know when I started talking to Tia, rewind. I was like living my best life, so I had like all kinds of names in my phone for people. I had all kinds of names. I had
HL,
I had bald head. I had tis. I had all kinds of extra. Read all about it. I had all kinds of names, but my best friend knew who all the names were. When those names started, when I would be with her, those names started calling and everything. Voicemail.
Well, I'm full. This is great.
I am too. I told y'all it was a lot of food. Look, you gonna eat this goddamn corn? You already raising all that hell about corn.
Oh, no worries.
It's early. It's early. I got like no waste.
Clank.
Clank.
So, toast to our new couples thing for
Tradition?
tradition stuff. That part.
That was the ice thing.
All right, guys. Peace out.
Thank you for watching.
Shake. We get it from my mama.